And now there's talk about putting them in, it's like a bubble. It's like a cell that has like a plexiglass wall in it where they have inmates watching you. That's actually their job, to keep an eye on the inmates that are on suicide watch. Another error that I guess some warden told you this. There are sentenced inmates there. They're called cadre inmates. They don't have to be white collar inmates, but they're doing maintenance on the building. And the problem why there's a lot of violence there, they have housing units and they're mixing bank robbers, dealers with white collar people. And this is why Diddy, he can't go into a regular housing unit because somebody will take him out for sure. Somebody's gonna get a lot of street credibility out of this. People that are doing substantial time that know they're never getting out, they'll just kill the guy. No questions asked.
It seems like Diddy's issues are far from resolved, even in jail. Rumor has it that Diddy, who is already dealing with legal troubles, was the victim of a horrific retaliation attack, and he was allegedly the victim of a violent confrontation with other inmates. However, it's unclear exactly why they attacked him. Some speculate that his well-known profile may have made him a target. We're also wondering if Diddy's detention will become much riskier in light of this shocking incident. The sources claim that he is detained in a prison with unsanitary and brutal conditions, which add to his suffering. These days, he has to contend with filthy, cramped lodgings, overflowing toilets, and bug infestations. Going from living like a king to having to put up with such filth must be a tough adjustment, and he is clearly getting tired of life in prison. However, Diddy's struggle extends beyond his physical pain. Now, his fame has become a prison burden. Being a famous person incarcerated usually makes you a target, and Diddy's status as a wealthy, influential person likely makes him an even more attractive target for enmity, jealousy, and reprisals. Other convicts may see him as an easy target, someone to be killed to prove a point or simply to settle scores. Diddy has a lengthy record of unsolved conflicts. It's probable that these unsolved issues followed him to prison, setting the stage for the claimed horrific attack. There's still a lot to learn about the incident, but there are suspicions that other detainees plan to retaliate. Certain accounts claim that it wasn't a random act of violence, but rather a planned assault that was specifically aimed at Diddy. Though the details are still unknown, it seems like there's more going on here than just politics in the jailhouse. This attack may have started because of Diddy's possible involvement in some of the most controversial or dangerous acts that occurred during his career, according to sources. Given his complex past, it's not hard to think that Diddy has made some enemies along the way, both inside and outside the industry. There have been conversations connecting this incident to long-standing grudges held by people from Diddy's past, whether they have to do with his multiple business operations mixed in with the music industry or even failed personal relationships. Thus, the idea of retribution is not new. There are many who believe that some people, both within and outside the prison, may have wanted Diddy to suffer for previous transgressions, and that their desire for revenge is what led to this attack. Diddy's situation has been more complicated due to the shocking charges made by his former security, who just made some shocking revelations.
Always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. He did the stuff to Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. They not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. Until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. Hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love. That's when they're gonna start talking, and they're not gonna be talking in his favor. 250 cameras all over the house. Somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. When you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody.
Diddy has long-standing, potentially devastating tapes that might bring down the entertainment industry. Famous politicians and celebrities are purportedly featured on these tapes, which purportedly contain events from Diddy's F******ing parties where anything and everything was said to go down. If these tapes are real, they could include damaging information that powerful people would want to keep hidden at all costs. These revelations have raised the possibility that Diddy will be imprisoned. If these recordings include well-known people, it is possible that there are people who will go to great lengths to ensure they are never made public. Owing to his access to such personal data, Diddy can be targeted from within and outside of prison walls. Many people are concerned that someone may try to stop him before he can use these films as proof in court or for self-defense. The FBI's investigation into Diddy's case is all the more strange, given his known relationship to Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City. Over the years, Diddy and Adams have crossed paths, and both men are involved in the city's politics and culture. In light of the recent arrest and the high-profile resignations inside New York's political landscape, some have questioned whether there is more going on behind the scenes. While there's no proof linking Mayor Adams to Diddy's legal troubles, there are doubts regarding the timeliness of these incidents. Additionally, the FBI's investigation into Diddy's business operations has coincided with a string of political scandals and resignations inside the New York administration. As these political heavyweights come under criticism, it's becoming harder to rule out the possibility that Diddy's fall from grace could have major effects that extend far beyond the music industry. The possibility that these cassettes exist and that their contents have the power to demolish entire administrations, swing elections, and ruin lives could account for the authorities' keen interest in his case. Amidst this political turmoil, Diddy is dealing with an increasing amount of personal legal difficulties. Cassie's case against him, which initially focused on their connection, has thrown open many doors. Her accusations have inspired others to come forward with their own tales. Since Cassie's lawsuit, a number of new claims have emerged, some of which detail misconduct that happened decades ago. The wall of defense that Diddy had built around himself has crumbled under the weight of all the lawsuits. Diddy used to seem unbreakable.
Couldn't get any worse for embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Today, a prominent lawyer came forward saying he intends to file more than 100 different lawsuits from alleged victims.
The legal storm seems to be getting stronger. And now that the floodgates have opened, it looks like many people are ready to see Diddy held accountable. Furthermore, the public uproar might have affected prisoners who perceived an opportunity for personal vengeance or justice during Diddy's incarceration. The most damaging component of these most recent charges is a civil lawsuit claiming Diddy sanctioned his wild parties. Although the darker side of these happenings is starting to emerge, Diddy's reputation has long included these purported parties. If the accusations prove to be true, it would provide a frightening picture of the kind of behavior that was accepted at these gatherings. There are serious repercussions for Diddy's legacy and anyone who may have supported or disregarded such actions. In the music industry, tales of Diddy's sinister side have been going around for years. Insiders often spoke of the unchallenged authority he once held, even though it's clear that many of the stories were kept secret to protect the reputations of individuals involved. Many of these long-kept facts are only coming to light now that the odds are stacked against him. Diddy's decline has been sudden and dramatic, with former friends withdrawing and rivals taking advantage of his distraction to launch an assault. Not only have revelations about his private life surfaced, but there have also been growing conversations about his commercial endeavors, questionable financial practices, and the way he built his empire. The degree of Diddy's problems is something the music business hasn't seen in a while, even if this type of content is nothing new. As more people come forward and as court investigations get deeper, his past actions might have had a significant impact on him as well as those close to him. And a select group of fans already know it. As someone once stated, he's right where he should be, never let out. Of course. Another person mentioned that it's called karma. Never forget that everything done behind closed doors will eventually be discovered. Does it really matter if he's in a filthy prison? A third individual stated. He is deserving of being there. There can be numerous repercussions from this situation. There may be a domino effect whereby cooperating with the FBI pulls down other well-known individuals. Given the talks of the private information he has and the tremendous power that comes with assisting federal agents, Diddy might be heavily involved in a more extensive probe. Speculation suggests that the revelations from Diddy's tapes could expose a network of influential people in the entertainment and political spheres. Politicians and celebrities who were formerly untouchable may find themselves in perilous situations if information surfaces that could connect them to several scandals. Every new piece of information that emerges increases the likelihood of further high-profile collapses. Due to Diddy's situation, it is also simple to draw comparisons between his situation and the instances of other celebrities who have faced similar legal challenges, particularly those whose fame either helped them avoid punishment or hastened their fall from grace. People like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, for example, found that their fame protected them from the consequences of their actions. However, their reputations were ruined and they faced severe legal repercussions when the truth was out. Fame is a two-edged sword. It can act as a celebrity's temporary shield. But when the mask comes off, the public could react suddenly and harshly. Diddy has had a life of luxury and power, but he is currently at a crossroads where the effects of his previous decisions are starting to hit him. His legal defense is being thoroughly investigated, and it's becoming evident that his previous barrier of notoriety may not be as powerful as it once was as more people come forward with allegations. There are a lot of secrets in the industry, so if other insiders are willing to come forward and share their knowledge, the consequences might not end with Diddy. What Diddy will do next is still a mystery. His story is far from over, and more horrific revelations should be expected in the days and weeks ahead. Collaboration with the FBI may lead to unexpected alliances or betrayals, which would complicate an already complicated situation. But what do you people think? Was he able to survive this? Kindly provide your thoughts in the space provided for comments. We appreciate you watching, and as usual, we welcome your feedback in the comments section. We appreciate your viewing, and please return soon to see the most recent updates.